Coach, it's 70-69 with 5 minutes left. They outscored you guys 13-1. It looked a lot like Florida. How do you fit the Florida game where they closed against you guys as well? Very similar. How do you fix the situation where teams are able to close on you like they had in a couple of games? Also, Kansas was like that as well.
Well, I think it was 70-69, and I think we fouled a three-pointer that put it up 4. We missed a shot. I feel like a couple of our players maybe have fallen down, and then they came back in transition, and Rain hit a 3, and so that put it up 7. And I've been straightforward and direct, and throughout the entire game, but especially in late game situations, 4 minutes to go, like the discipline and details just have to be there. I mean, you've got to defensively, you got to get stops, you got to defend without fouling, you've got to box out, you've got to get loose balls. Offensively, you have to execute, and when I mean execute, it's not just, I'm not talking about just being able to score in those situations. It's also the stuff that sets up the shot, the screen, the being in the right spot, setting the screen, setting your man up, going to the offensive glass, different stuff like that we just got to get better at and more consistent at.
When it comes to, I guess, games like this where, games like this where you guys, of course, overcome a double-figure deficit and, kind of get it down even close to 1-point game tie, things like that. Do you feel that kind of wears on the team over time, having to storm back and then when the game's close, having to, like you said, be disciplined like that down the stretch? I
don't think this game was similar to other games earlier in the year. Just initially it didn't seem, in those other games we were down 16 or 18. I don't think we were that way in the second half at all. I felt like we were always 2 or 3 possessions away the entire game. It got away towards the end, but I felt like we were right there throughout the entire game. And again, we got it. Again, I think we were tied. We missed a couple shots to take the lead. We were down by 1, missed a couple shots to take the lead, and so we had our chances.
Hubert, earlier than the stretch run of the game, what did you feel like were some of the defensive issues that were tripping you guys up?
Before? You meant like at the beginning of the game, or
just
like
earlier in the game? It
yeah,
seemed like they're getting lobbed.
They were
getting mixed up on your switches, getting these lobs to the cup.
It wasn't getting mixed up in switches. I would say in large part in the first half, and we had talked about it. We had known it that they're really good in transition, even after a made shot. Got to sprint back with a sense of emergency. We've got to talk. We struggled picking up in transition even off of made baskets in the first half. You talked about the lobs off the ball screen action with Hepburn.
Right.
He did a really good job of keeping our guards on his backside. Can't allow that to happen. Have to work harder to be able to square him up. And also there's got to be a low guy there for those lobs there and make them spray it to the other side. And at the beginning of the game, we struggled to be in that right position.
Rick?
I think you guys only had 31 in the first half, one of your lowest scoring halves of the season. What was Louisville doing defensively to slow you guys down?
I don't know if they were doing anything defensively that was slowing us down. I mean, they were very physical. I thought in the first half our shot selection could have been better. I felt like there was opportunities where we were open to take the shot. I felt like there was opportunities that we could attack the basket. And I felt like there were opportunities where we attacked the basket instead of going strong. We kind of double pumped in the lane and missed a number of layups, whether it's at the post or penetration. And so I don't know what we went to the free throw line in the first half.
6 of 7.
6 or 7. There was a reason. You got to go strong. And I felt like we did that better in the second half. And that allowed us to get into the penalty and allowed us to get to the free throw line.
A couple more. See y'all in Germany.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, Hubert, how disruptive is Chuck Hepburn when he's kind of being given that on-ball pressure on someone trying to initiate the
Well, I mean, he's a two-way player. Defensively on the ball, he's real, and we've played against a number of great on-ball defenders. He's somebody that wants that type of challenge. He's got great hands. He does a really good job of getting steals and deflections, contesting without fouling. He's very physical. He's gifted defensively, and he disrupts a lot of things on the defensive end and allows them to play very aggressive on the defensive end.
Jeremiah?
Hubert, I think one of the things you were talking about offensively a little bit ago was kind of guys setting each other up, and you mentioned screens kind of being one of those things. I guess from an off-ball standpoint, what do you think can change, I guess, when it comes to guys kind of setting those off-ball screens, getting each other looks and things like that, and just kind of how would you evaluate, I guess, the way in which you guys have been doing this?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to watch the game over again to be able to really answer that question. I just, give credit to Louisville. They were very physical, and us coming off those screens and setting screens and it's just a chance and an opportunity for us to get better and to grow. Let's recognize it. Let's admit it. Let's learn from it and grow from it and get ready to go on Saturday.
Last two, Adam and Andrew.
Hubert, do you have any update on Seth Trimble? Was he closer to playing tonight?
I don't have an update.
Andrew?
Go back to what Jeremiah was asking about the screens. Where is your team as far as screens, especially the bigs? Are they setting the kind of screens you want? And if there's a lot of moving screen fouls that you guys get called, how does that kind of affect the shots that some of you guys are getting when the screens maybe aren't as solid as they need to be?
Well, I don't specifically want to speak in regards to any one of our players or a group of players. We just, it's not just screens. It's just, it's everything in terms of execution down the stretch. That we just got to get better at, and we have to continue to improve. And so one of the areas that we haven't been as consistent has been late in games, and that's something that's just going to have to change the remainder of the season.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone. Again, our players